This message will find you February 14th and then never again. Whatever seems like it was upheavaled, Spirit is wanting you to remember that you prayed for protection. And as you prayed for protection, you rebuked, you canceled, you denounced. People are being relocated. Maybe not in the way that you would like. And again, maybe it's a little bit shocking in how it's done, but it's happening because you have that type of power. So it's almost like you're standing there with a wand, like, wait, who did that over there? What whose mess is that? And you are being shown the strength of your power in real time, the strength of your wand, the strength of your prayer in real time. So whatever you asked for protection against, whoever it was, you're like, I want protection from this person. I'm tired of feeling their stink, negative energy coming my way. I don't like it. I'm over it. I'm clocking it. Spirit is saying you can hear conversations in other rooms. You can see through people. You can read their thoughts. So they're really showing you you don't need certain devices or forms of divination. I don't even know how to say that. If you thought you had to go above and beyond to find out certain things, you don't need to do that. Because you have this ability, you have this power, and Spirit is shifting you in another direction. So not only you're protected, but these chaos agents can't be all over you like how they were before. So it's almost like you had opened a portal accidentally and didn't know how to get back through it. And they're like, here's your magic wand, use it. Use it carefully, use it responsibly. And you're like bippity boppity boo, like running around. And then you're like, wait, I opened this portal. Wait, I don't know how to get back. And there's a lot that you can learn from this portal being open, from being monitored, or having access to things that you didn't really need access to. So it's almost like you had to see like, oh, if I do this, then I'm becoming like them. I don't know. That's going to make sense to whoever it is for. But Spirit is saying you are the walking love spell. You have the magic wand. You have the magic touch, the Midas touch. And people are always wondering how you did it. So even though how you are relocated is shocking to you, maybe even to the other person, this is protecting you from their BS, from their plans. They're going to have to make new plans. People, when they meet you, they become hyper fixated, hyper focused on you. You have that effect on people. Okay, again, this message is going to find you February 14th and then never again. You have that effect on people where they just start losing their mind. So they could hear through the grapevine from a family member. They're like, oh, Becky Sue, aka Collective. Let's just say your name is Becky Sue today. They're like, oh, Becky Sue, I can't stand her. She's like this and like that and like this. And she just gets under my skin. And they're like, Becky Sue ain't nothing. And then they meet you, Becky Sue. And they're like, well, they get just as enamored. They go just as stupid. They start to be just as nuts. Yes, they do. And so you got a lot of people acting over the top, and you were being asked to exit stage left as the heat was getting ready to boil over. You have to trust in your abilities. Trust that you know what you know, and that you hear what you hear and you see what you see. But yeah, you asked to be relocated, and here it is. It's your power that they want. So people have been hearing through the grapevine, Becky Sue is the shit. That be you. And they're like, I don't understand. Why do they have all that extra power? What are they even doing with it? And I see that in this era of your life, silence is golden. You're going to have so many secrets, so many different things going on that nobody knows about. And this is going to be good for you. Trust me. I feel like you were already really silent, but however these people were able to like find things out about you, they're not really going to know anything. So you're safe to move forward because you are becoming the Empress. Something could have been getting you down, like a health issue or a health scare or a pregnancy scare even. Maybe a relationship issue. I don't know. Something has been troubling you or bothering you, and you are being shifted to the new timeline. So another reason that you'll never need this again is because if you're watching this, you've already been relocated or other people have been relocated and you have already figured out cheat codes to help you maneuver in your new season. It's like certain things that you are already working on are going to be made easier. And so this is a season where you're really going to get to focus on yourself, which is what you've really, really wanted. You're like, I have to focus on myself. You finally got some news or you got a notification or you saw a message or a video and it described you to the letter. And maybe even was even one of my videos, maybe not, but do you know what I mean? You saw something that was you to the letter. And because you were given that information, you were like, okay, now I know what I need to do next because this isn't working for me. Your information was limited. Like, though you're the seer, it's like your abilities were getting split into two different directions. It was going towards having to protect yourself against these people, but then also trying to repair this part of your life. So if you guys feel comfortable enough to share whatever that is that you've been repairing in your life, that is something that is going to be restored this year. So God is saying, I'm going to help you restore this part of your life. You don't need any distractions. All they want is your power, and you're not even at 100% right now. Like, you could snap them in half and you're not even at 100%. But you don't need to be drained. You don't need to be zapped. They got you all the way effed up. If they think that they have access to you, if they think that they can bring their chaos to your doorstep, it's just not going down like that. So this season, you will feel like the Empress again. Because someone here has been doing everything they can to get into that feminine nature, that feminine energy, and it's been hard. So, like, let's say you're a mother. You're expected to do it all. But sorry, there's a bunch of screaming going on outside. I don't even know why, but there was a bunch of things that you were going through. Like, you had to work or run a business and be this and be that. Like, moms do it all type of energy. But at your age or at this stage in your life, what used to be your norm is not any longer what you can do, and you have to scale it back. So it's almost like for some of my viewers, for some of my soul tribe, my besties on the internet, you are being asked to scale it back because you are it's like your hand is somewhat being forced to be in your feminine nature. Like, you can't pump fake God. You know what I'm saying? Where's my bell? You cannot pump fake God that you are in your feminine nature. It's like when your kids are like, I brushed my teeth, I said my prayers, I did it, I laid down for a nap, but they didn't do any of that, and they just be telling you that they did. We can't lie to God. We can't lie to source. We can't lie to the divine and say, yeah, I totally took all this stuff off of my plate. It's hard. We have to find the balance. We are being asked to find the balance. And in that, you are going to be rewarded with the finer things in life, luxury, and seeing progress in your investments. 11:11 on my timer. So if you thought, oh my gosh, my life is so boring, I cannot believe I have to do this and that and this, or I have to slow down. It's like, you know how to handle a lot of stress. You have a high tolerance for pain, but it doesn't mean that that's going to be your new norm. Your new norm is going to be Empress mode, having time for your family, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you deserve the finer things in life, and you not having to really be in this masculine energy that you were in before. So, for instance, you being in mom mode maybe worked in your 20s, but it's not going to work in your 30s. Do you know what I'm saying? Or being in mom mode worked in your 30s, but it's not going to work in your 40s. Your health is not going to allow it. Your vessel is not going to allow it. And wherever you are trying to force it, it's not going to work for a reason. Because this has to be real. It has to be legit. And you are safe to lean into that. Because I know someone's like, oh, I'm not. The house will be on fire if I do less. So you're going to have to find the balance of what it takes to take better care of yourself while being able to spend time with your family. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you have to start working out, but you need to do it differently than you did before. You need to put less on your plate. You're like, when am I going to have time for my family? You're going to figure out a plan. Let's say you start working out 3 days a week and you do strength training or weightlifting early in the day. And then that way, any cardio you do or any walking or running that you do, you can burn more calories. Or you might be weightlifting or doing some type of strength training in the morning and then burning more calories throughout the day. Either way, putting yourself first is not something that's easy to do for you. So you could be in dad mode, you can be in mom mode, but whatever it is, you have a lot of responsibility, and then you're a chosen one. Sprinkle. You're a chosen one too. So it's not like you could just, oh yeah, today I'm going to be a princess. Oh yeah, today I'm the king of the world. Like, it's gonna, I'm trying to laugh and shuffle at the same time and I can't. It's going to take a minute to get this down, but you are safe to stop doing what you're doing. Seriously and truly, it was an illusion. It was a lie. It was actually never healthy for you to do what you were doing before at the level that you were doing it, at the speed that you were doing it. So that is also being relocated. It's been relocated for a while. You just maybe didn't know what was going on. You're like, I'm doing the same workout I did before. I'm taking the same supplements. I'm doing the same things. Like, I don't understand why, like, my body's rejecting it now, or my vessel, or my family, or wherever this rejection is coming from. So it was an illusion that whatever you thought you sustained earlier in life was going to stand the test of time. As a chosen one, as a light worker, as a divine feminine, a divine masculine, it is not. God is putting us in this spiritual boot camp to show us we can get more by doing less. And we need to give others less access, less time, and reprioritize the time we spend with our family. Like, that's what really matters. And that's when you're really going to be blessed. And it's not like you don't want to spend time with your family. You just feel like you've got a lot to manage. God at this time is bringing you major upgrades because you nailed it. You knew what you deserved. So you're about to take a huge leap getting what you want. You're like, I know what I'm talking about. People want you to be this more basic version, or they want to dumb down what you're asking for. You're getting upgraded in your allies because you're showing God, no, I do know what I'm talking about. Whatever you're trying to get done, there is a method to every little bit of your madness. And other people might think, oh my gosh, they're so over the top. Why can't they just be satisfied with this right here? Because you know what you've invested in and you know what you've paid for, and you're not getting that. Because something is being siphoned, and you have learned to maneuver every time something has been siphoned. So you've been trying to close up a loose end. You've been trying, or tie up a loose end. There's something that you're trying to walk away from because you know that it's breaking something down with your vessel. It's breaking something down within your life. And you're like, that right there, I don't trust it. I don't like how it's going, because you have a vision. You're very experienced in the things that you like doing, or that you like being a part of, or I don't even know how to explain that. Let's say you're an artist, you know what type of art you like. You're very educated in the fact. Or if you're singing, or if you're a singer, you know how to read music or write music. And people are trying to tell you things because they're allegedly certified or the expert. But God is saying you will surpass the experts. I did a message about that last year, so maybe you saw it. You will surpass the experts as if you were already certified 10 years ago. You feel me? So you are going to be taking a big risk because you're getting all these light bulb moments like, well, why don't I do that? I'm looking at these pictures and I'm looking at this work that I did and this looks better over here. What was going on in my life when that worked for me? So it's like your life is this big jigsaw puzzle. You don't need any distractions. You don't need any Looney Tunes banging down your door trying to tell you what time it is. You don't need any fake expert trying to tell you like, oh, you should do it this way, that way, this way. You're the expert. You weren't meant to be here plain and simple. You weren't meant to be basic the house. Take this leap as you are being called to. You will not regret it. Whatever you are being called to do, you will not regret it. God is about to level you up with other people. So if this is you in your union, if this is you with new allies, like you're getting a new ally and they know what they're doing. That's what you really wanted. Is sometimes there's more work for you because you're around people that weaponize their incompetence. They do a good job at first, but then they get lazy or they play stupid or they want you to be Boo-Boo the Fool. And you're like, I can't do that. I got a whole magic wand. Like, you must not know about me. Like, I couldn't play stupid if I tried because you're playing with my money. You're playing with my investments. You're playing with my vessel, my ish. I don't think so. So you are safe. You are safe to do this deep cleaning. You are safe to clean house. You've been trying to step over, walk on a little bit of eggshells. We're like, oh, I'll clean the whole house except for this one corner because they're not ready yet. Now you're going to have like a megaphone, like, get up out of here. I said what I said. It's last call. I need you to leave. You play too much. I can't. So something has been sketchy to you, but you haven't been able to like put your finger on it. You know what you know. You know what you like. That's what I just keep hearing. You know what you like. You know how things are supposed to look. If you're an interior designer, you know how things are supposed to look. If you are in the medical field, you know how things are supposed to look. You know how things are supposed to be. If you're an influencer, you know how you like things. You know how you want the aesthetic to look. But people are like, oh, can you just water it down a little bit? I mean, or some people are even terrified to say anything to you. They just rather keep effing it up and fixing it every time you ask them, which gives them an incredible amount of anxiety, but they would rather do that than fight with you. You're not having that either. You are not having that either. You're like, I know what they're doing. They're just waiting until I call them out. Like, hey, this is wrong. This needs to be fixed. Oh, really? I'll fix it. Hey, this is wrong. This needs to be fixed. Oh, I didn't see that. I'll fix it. Like, riddle me what? Riddle me what? It is time for you to be brutally honest, no filter. It's almost like there were things that had this pretty little packaging on it that were actually a bag of dog shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you had a vitamin and this vitamin's like, I can do this and this and that, or a power bar and it's like, I could do this and this and that, but it was just pretty packaging. And actually on the inside, it was nothing that it was supposed to be. So you could have invested in things for your home, for your business, for your vessel, for your children, for your family. And it was, you didn't get what you were supposed to get out of it. It's like buying a lemon. They're like, oh, this is a G-Wagon, or this is a Range Rover. And you're like, this is a Honda. This is a Honda. You know what I mean? Like, you know that like that sign was tampered with. You get in the car, it don't feel right. You are seeing things at face value. You're like, I have to be even more strict with my time than I was before. If I truly want to be the Empress, I really have to manage my time even tighter. So I do not have time for the effery. No, I do not. And people aren't going to like that, but oh well. You do have some people trying to creep on you because they're very unoriginal. They like copying you. These are people you don't engage with, but they're wondering what you're up to. Like if you're in shape, how's your health going? They want to know like what you look like right now, because maybe people aren't really able to see certain things about you. So in order for them to compete, they want to know, like, okay, are you getting in the gym? Like, maybe you're even trying to hide it when you're around people because you really don't want people to know what you're up to. Because so many people, they want to go another round with you, but they know they got to get their ish together. Does that make sense? Like, let's say you're going to go to a family reunion. You haven't seen family in a long, long time, and they want to know, like, what you're up to. They want to be ready for you. They know that every other time before, they were not ready, and they didn't even feel subpar. So they're like, okay, well, I got to know, like, what they've been up to. I need their blueprint. I need to know, are they glowing? Are they sad? Are they falling apart? Have they gained weight? Are they skinny? Like, what's going on? I need to know what's going on. Because I want to be ready for the next round. They ain't never going to be jello. They ain't never going to be ready. You feel me? You've been putting in hard work, but even the hard work doesn't always pay off. There are different ways for you to flex if you need to. And things that are valuable to you is your health, having certain answers like in your back pocket, like figured out. We talked about this last week. But if you are having issues with your health, your finances, your hormones, your family, whatever it is, you are figuring it out. So you don't really care what they're conspiring about, but you're going to make sure they don't know what you got going on. You are going to make sure that they don't know what you got going on. So, people feel like you're really messing with their pride. They want to be arrogant. They want to flex on you. They want to boast. They want to brag, but you don't care. You really don't care. You're not going to feel out of place because they're coming against you in numbers. And again, things are about to get spicy for you. We have spooked. You have people spooked. They've never met somebody like you that's as attractive as you, that doesn't want to be seen, that doesn't want attention or validation. And you're like, I don't want anybody's validation. I'm just really working on myself. And now that I'm seeing God needs me in this mode, this Empress mode, I've got to step it up. I've got to really step it up. I can't pretend I took a nap. I can't pretend I did what I said I was going to do. I cannot pretend. The deep cleaning is needed, and it's time to clean house. So I'm going to pull out some more tarot and see what else Spirit wants us to know. The more time you take for yourself, the more options you're going to have. You as a chosen one, you adapt fast. And if you adapt fast, you could get bored fast. So let's say you're working out, for instance. You can only work out a certain way, take the same neighborhood, take the same road to do certain things or certain gym or certain workouts. Your body adapts. And you've got to push it past a certain point so it can build the muscle, so it can get what it needs. I can't even think of the word. But that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be giving your life so many options, real options. Like, this is beautiful for you. The biggest gift you're about to give yourself on Valentine's Day is self-love. Taking a leap. You might be getting consultations, reaching out to people, interviewing them. You, in this new season, you're going to make sure people are properly vetted. They've already been properly vetted in another dimension. But now it's your turn. You're intuitively getting the nudge like, okay, I need to talk to that person and I'm going to see if they're right for me. Like, you're literally going to be holding interviews to see if these people can even be an ally, can even be a friend, can even work with you in business, can even be an investor or a financial advisor or attorney or whatever it is that you've been looking for. A doctor, a nutritionist, it doesn't matter what it is. You're going to make sure that they're properly vetted because so many people ruin it for their industry. So let's say you're a nurse. You're like, oh my gosh, there's so many other nurses that ruin it for the industry. Let's say you're in the service industry. You're like, oh, there's so many people that ruin it for other people. Do you know what I'm saying? So certain things have been ruined for you. Certain experiences that are supposed to make your quality of life better. So you ain't never going back. You have learned from not even trying to take the scenic route. that you're going to have to look at your options differently. You're going to have to ask different questions. You're seeing who is arrogant, who is insincere, who is just doing this for a cash grab, who isn't passionate about what they do, and who truly isn't educated in the fact. Because whatever hard knocks you've been going through in the last 2 to 5 years, maybe even 6 years, you are truly seeing like, oh, I got experience under my belt. I don't just have a wand. I have experience under my belt as well. I'm seeing some family dysfunction trying to come through. I just see you putting your middle fingers up. Like, I don't even care about them. And then being like, what were your family? And on my happy days, on my happy moments, in my milestones, and my good news, where were you at? Stop. Where were you at though? So, 5 of Swords, bottom of the deck. When you had good news, when you had good things happening, anything happy, bottom of the deck, they had to win. They had to top it. They had to cry. They had to stop. They had to throw a fit. Like, you have been truly humbled. So whatever decision you're making to take this relocation, to take this leap of faith for what it really is, to make your life better, not to always have to knock you on your behind and humble you, but it's almost like there are certain things that are corrupt that are going on right now that you don't need to know all the ins and outs of. And it's almost like rabbit holes that God doesn't want you going down, because it's going to get sorted. It's going to get sorted. God wants you to focus on this over here and not go down certain rabbit holes, making that important decision for yourself, because you are about to make the biggest breakthrough with how you take care of yourself, how you say no, how no is not up for negotiation. No is a complete sentence. Like, I don't understand what you guys are not hearing, what you guys are not understanding. Maybe on a different day, you'd have time to teach people manners. Not today. Not today. You're like, it's about me. I got to take care of me. And you've never had to do this so differently. I like this because you don't feel as overwhelmed, because maybe you've been searching for some answers for so long. You're not as overwhelmed. Like, oh, I have the answers now. Now what I'm going to do? What am I going to do? It's, oh, I have the answers now. I know what questions to ask. And if they cannot answer them properly, next. I'm not going to say because they're cheap or because they're listening or because, no, you're not going to make excuses for people, because you know that in the end, you're just going to be disappointed. So you're looking for a vibe. You're looking for somebody that is educated in the fact, that knows what they're talking about, knows what they're doing, and it's going to make your life easier. If people in this season are not making your life easier, you don't care. If they are here for the drama, here to be in your business, you don't care. Because remember, you have prayed to protect yourself against these spiritual narcissists, these spiritual vampires. But yeah, people really want to know what you're up to. So they're going crazy. They're haunted. They're spooked. They're nervous. Like, but I have to know how they're doing, because I need to top that. I'm hearing they're not going to be able to top the money that you're making. And these people can make some decent money. People that can't stand you the most. They could make decent money, but they're not going to be making more than you. So I'm hearing steer clear of them, because that's devil energy. They are not going to be making more than you. They are not going to be doing better than you. So steer clear of them. You will leave them speechless. I said what I said. You are going to be leaving them speechless. I'm hearing you are the mother of dragons. You are the breaker of chains. And you are coming up against false prophets. People that are praying you're going to be misunderstood. That you're going to be offensive. That nobody's going to want to talk to you. That nobody's going to take your side. And guess what? You've been the lone wolf since you were a wee one. And you don't need any new friends. You don't need an entourage. You don't need yes men. because you like it when people are honest with you. So it's almost like you are House of the Dragon, or you are the mother of dragons and you're going up against a bunch of Cersei Lannisters. Beware of energy vampires. Someone is being deceptive at this time. So be careful who you tell things to, because remember, your silence is golden right now, and you are meant to shine. There are certain people that maybe you thought would never say something or never do whatever, but they're telling on you for whatever reason, and I see you really just ignoring a whole bunch of people. You see through so many people and situations that you know that whatever their agenda is, they're not what it seems, but it's not your job to like prove them wrong. God is going to sort them out. But there are people around you trying to act like everything is on the up and up. We're all good here. Everything's perfect. Like, you don't even have to worry about them. You see through them, and in time, so will everybody else. This is a time for you to refine what is yours, to restore order, to upgrade. God is saying it is time for things to unfold smoothly in your life, not chaotically, not crazily, because your boundaries are really strong. They're really firm. You're like, no, I have been seeing this fall apart. I have proof. I have receipts that this doesn't work for me. This is falling apart, and I'm not going to get into explaining it all. I said what I said. Goodbye. Goodbye. And you are starting to see where people have been trying to camouflage that they're not really the problem in your life. You are pinpointing all of the problems in your life that are, becoming this rolling rubber band ball that's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Slippery slope. You feel like you're on a slippery slope because of people that you don't even really talk to, people that you don't even really like. This is going to be a season where you are very innovative with how you take care of yourself. So normally you're the inventor and somebody else benefits. This season, you're going to be the inventor and you are going to benefit. You are going to get really creative and spicy with how you pour love into yourself, how you fill up your tank first, how you really correct things that have not been going well for you. That like no matter what you've tried, they haven't been working. Again, in the last 24 hours, you've been given some clues through messages, through influencers, through a movie, whatever you saw on a screen. Something showed you there is a better way. And you just needed some other hints of something that you've already been trying to fix. So, as you are seeing things clearly, you are going to make groundbreaking developments. You are going to make groundbreaking progress with something that you've really been trying to put your effort into. It's like putting effort into fixing a car and then realizing like it's not the car, it's the engine, or it's not the engine, it's this, do you know what I mean? So whatever you've been trying to fix, it had to be developed over time. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's like you had to visually see that it wouldn't work this way to try all of these other ways. So you're going to filter, you're going to purify, you're going to concentrate, you're going to be supported. You will reveal when you're ready. Listen to your inner knowing. And some other good news for you is you're going to heed the call. You are purpose driven. You are surrendering to your purpose. Affirm it below. I am surrendering to my greater purpose. You have a wish that's going to be granted. And I feel like that wish has to do with whatever problem that you've been relentlessly trying to solve. And maybe it's several fires you've been trying to put out. It's like you put out one fire, you turn around, there's another one. And you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so tired. Why can't these people just do what they're supposed to do? Why can't everything just work out supposed to? Why can't I just rest? Why do I have to hear about this? Why do I have to fix it? And you're just over it. So it's time for you to have serendipity. It's time for you to be blessed. This is the perfect time for you to enjoy your happy home, to enjoy having affection. Your legacy is going to be created and you will have fame. You will have recognition. You will have a spotlight. And you wouldn't really, think about it. if you have not been feeling in the best, like your best, you wouldn't really want the spotlight on you that bright. Like, oh, no, not yet. I'm trying to get my whole life together right now. The spotlight is coming at the perfect time because there are portals opening. There are timelines opening. There is a quantum leap that is taking place. And whatever cheat codes you are being given, it's like you're uncovering them one by one. Like, oh, I could do this. That worked for me. Spirit is really emphasizing what worked for you in the past. What isn't working for you anymore. Take that leap of faith and do what you want to do. Because you have the vision. Yesterday we talked about angelic PR. No one's going to do better PR for yourself, or no one's going to do better PR for you than you, or your angels, or your ancestors. You have angelic PR. No one's going to be better glam for you than probably you. Like, you have the eye, and if people aren't listening to the eye that you have, the vision that you have, whether it's an architect, a builder, a financial advisor, like, you know what you want. You're the one that's like, you're a walking crystal ball. You are a walking crystal ball, and people want to treat you like, oh, no, that's not how that works, but it is how it works for me. So if you're not listening, I'll do it myself, or I'll get somebody better. Goodbye. So you are going to use your past, your present, and your future to have this breakthrough that's going to bring you a lot of peace. Okay, anything else? Some people are getting called out for trying to act like you. And maybe they think it's weird that they're doing this. I mean, you've already known it, but these people are starting to see like, hey, they're acting like collective. They're trying to get attention acting like collective. And they're out here, you know, being a false prophet. I accidentally put that back in the deck. People really wanted to sleep on you or underestimate you. They wanted you to stay in hermit mode forever. Like, please don't ever come out of hermit mode, because then people are going to know that I'm the fraud. This group cannot believe that you cut them off. Lone wolf. Lone ranger. Popular loner. They cannot believe you cut them off, so they've been speaking dirt on your name. Trying to tell everyone, oh my gosh, they're fake. You didn't know that? Oh, this isn't real. You didn't know that? Oh, they said that to you? No, that never happened. You are about to turn the tables and drop the mics. You've been assessing. You have been diving deep. You've been reading between the lines. You're like, you know what? This doesn't work for me anymore. Let me go get the proof. Let me look closer. Let me pay attention. You're going to be showing everybody, no, I'm the spiritual gangster. Yes, I am. Okay, last but not least, I'm getting, you will be able to create the family that you want. Your aura is going to say, never, never. Don't come towards me. Don't try it. Never, never, bitch. By Mariah Lynn. Get ready to fall in love. Hard, giddy, feeling butterflies, knowing that you are the star, that your intimacy is healing. You're also going to have better brain recall. If you've had bad, like, short-term memory or whatever, like, memory issues, feeling like brain fog, feeling like you're in a haze, or feeling really lightheaded, that is also shifting, because I'm telling you guys that the cheat codes are going to make sense. You're going to be getting premonitions, dreams. It's just all going to make sense to you. Be prepared to network a little bit more, even if you are normally the hermit, because you want what you want and you want it done right. Let's say you're going to have a baby. You want the best doctor. You want the best care. Let's say, you're starting to date. You know what you want, but you will be networking and collaborating with others. And as that might be terrifying, you are going to be able to create the family that you want. So I see you healing intimacy. I see you healing a health issue or digestive issues. I also see you healing a relationship issue that has been hard on you. And I also see you moving towards better sleep. You cannot run all the time. Okay, you cannot run marathons, do all types of work while never recovering. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. you were starting to see that to be in Empress mode, you have to recover. You have to take longer to do so. So maybe you're going to go hard for 3 days with breaks in between, and you're going to rest more. You're going to sleep more, because we cannot pump fake God that we rested, that we slept. God's going to know. God is going to know. So I love that for you guys. Like, you're going to see the options clearly, and you're just going to reach for it. You're like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Can't be worse than what I just went through. So I'm gonna get what I want. And you're also tired of being told no, or people cutting corners. You're tired of people cutting corners or doing things the lazy way. You're like, this is not what I bought. This is not what I asked for. This is not what I invested in. Or something that you bought or invested in did not last as long as it was supposed to. They're like, oh yeah, if you buy this, sign here, it's going to last you this long. And it lasts you like not even a fourth of the time. Now you're pissed. But I do see you restoring order with, I have to make more time to sleep. I have to make more time to rest. I can't just get swole. I have to sleep, chill, and get really creative with how I get things done. God wants me to be in my sovereignty, and I can't be in my sovereignty acting like the maid, or I can't, you can't be the queen and the housekeeper. You can't be all the roles. And for so long, you thought you could. You didn't want anybody to think, like, well, I would never ask them to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. Like, you're done proving yourself that you're worthy of the position that you're in. You're worthy. You're worthy. And it's time to reach for what you want. No more being backed into a corner. No more being bullied by other people. No more letting chaos agents in. They have been relocated, and it's time to make new plans. This is what's going to bring your legacy, because you'll have different routines, a different way of living. It's just refining and tweaking the way that you've always wanted to live. So I love you guys so much. Let me know what's going on in the comments. And drop your favorite affirmation. Smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell. There's been a new message posted on Patreon, and it is, what is their karma for hurting you? If you needed a personal extended from yesterday's message, ad-free, the link is in the description box. And then there's also been another message posted. What does your grandparents, grandma, grandpa, personal message from them to you? Also ad-free, has just been posted this week on Patreon. So I love you guys so much. If you see this on Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. And I love you guys so much. Bye.